Good morning. It is 6:52 a.m. on Thursday, July 16th, 2015. I'm Christiana Ellis, and I just laid around like a lazy slob for half an hour. To be fair, I was cuddling a puppy. Um, this is 5 more minutes with sound. So yesterday's video had no sound. That was my own dumb fault. I'm pretty sure I know exactly what happened, which is just that my microphone cuts out sometimes, and usually I can tell when it happens, and this time I apparently missed it and didn't check, and there you have it. I actually went back and added some annotation speech bubbles to it, so little things would pop up. So hopefully that video is still semi-entertaining for anyone who finds even this with sound to be entertaining. So I went and bought a new fan yesterday, and let me tell you the story. I need to back up. My current place, the air conditioning, I'm very grateful to have it at all. A lot of people don't, but what tends to happen is that it can still feel pretty warm in here if the air conditioner is not actually blowing, if the fan is not on. And as a result, I've had, like a stationary fan to supplement the air conditioners, the climate controls fan. But recently, that fan stopped working. Oh no, right? And so the alternative was that I keep going and fiddling with the thermostat, but that's energy inefficient, you see. So I decided to buy a new fan, and I plugged it into the same spot that the old fan was plugged into, and it also didn't work. And I'm thinking, fans are not super complicated, mechanically speaking. It seems unlikely that my brand new fan would not work in exactly the same spot that my previously working other fan isn't working. So sure enough, it turned out that the outlet that I was using is one of those that has the little push button breaker on it, but not in the outlet plate where I was plugging it in. It apparently shares one of those little push button breakers with an outlet around the corner in the kitchen part. So I have two fans now. It's just as well. The new fan is better than the old fan. It is adjustable and efficient and quiet, relatively speaking. So I feel comfortable that I've made a good purchase, even though the purchase was actually spawned by me not figuring out the push button breaker sooner. Fascinating, right? So I also played Destiny last night on the PlayStation 4 with my good friends PC Herring and Nobilis Reed. And that is a fun game. It's really interesting how the game culture around that game has shifted over time. It was a big thing prior to release, of course. Everybody was really excited for it. But then when it came out, it was just different than people expected, I think. There's an element where it's like, oh, really, all of these different missions take place on this same map? I mean, the map is cool, but you just kind of keep going back there. And then you discover that, like, the actual getting to the end game part doesn't really seem to take that long. So, like, you just keep running those missions over and over again for loot. Oh, it's kind of just like Diablo, I guess, for loot. Only, and it was just like, so everyone was starting to feel like, oh, I don't know. I mean, it does a lot of things really well, but it's just not what it ought to be somehow. And yet I feel like maybe Bungie are the people who are laughing last, because there are so many people in like the video game writing space like whether on podcasts or blogs and such. I feel like it's just a very common refrain now for lots of people to be saying, like people's position evolved to Destiny is not a good game. Destiny is not a good game, but I kind of keep playing it. Destiny is not good, but I can't stop playing, to, oh my gosh, I guess Destiny's actually a good game. It's kind of interesting. I've not played it a ton. I have my first character who has only just gotten up to level 20 right now, which is the level cap in the original sense. But it's really kind of only just the beginning of the end game progression now. But I had a really good time playing it last night. So I guess I will leave it there. And I will double check before uploading this time to make sure it still has sound. But I will talk to you guys tomorrow for 5 more minutes.